I believe we are live. Bum, 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 bum.
Dun, 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 dun,
All right,
dun.
let's see. Not there yet.
It always pops up a few minutes, huh?
There's a little bit of a lag time, but like what I was saying is there's a lot of technical tomfoolery today,
Yeah, that's true.
and they weren't letting me see my own things or even my own channel or comments or whatever today. So
It always pops up a few. There it is.
there you
There
go.
it is. There
There
it
you go.
is. Hey, how about that fucking Trump imposter? Is everybody starting to finally understand what the fuck I've been saying, huh? Oh shit. Go ahead and start the show.
Well, it has started officially, so. I hope this is all on the reality TV show because I'll tell you, you could tell people about this and they wouldn't even understand. There's so much going on all at the same time. And
wait until they find my bad. Wait until they find out the Bible was told you everything that's happening now, but it was interpreted so many different wrong ways.
okay, what version of the Bible? The original, you're saying?
The whole original Bible, yeah. But it's been changed like 60,000 times. People just you're never going to get it unless you go within.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know, okay, we're already off road with my questions. You had put a video out there yesterday about the ocean. So like there's a lot of theories right now that the ocean is really space. Okay. And you said there's so much more to the planet than we know. So you've told us that we're in a district, we have an energetic dome over us. There's 24 districts out there, and we're going to see all sorts of continents, civilizations, people, this, that. And of course, we know that there's inner Earth as well.
right.
So there's a lot already. That's like a lot. Is there more to that than we don't? Is there more than that we don't know?
Yeah, there's a whole lot more than that.
Oh,
I mean, to say that there is no outer space and it's only in the ocean is fucking retarded, right?
I guess.
Ay, ay, ay. But it all and like I've been saying, it all depends on who's telling you all this shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Where did that person get the information from? And then where did that person get the information from?
yeah.
Because the information that I get comes from daddy and me being able to see. You know, it's called remote viewing. If you haven't fucking realized what remote viewing is, go research it. The military has been using remote viewing for decades, right? And that's a natural born ability that we have. It's not my problem if y'all disconnected from it.
Well, can you define remote viewing for a person that doesn't understand what that means?
All right, remote viewing is me being able to sit here, look into your living room, and see that um, the cat litter is right off to the right of you on the floor. That's what remote viewing is. Actually, let's see. You're facing this way, so it's on the left side.
It's actually catnip, but you're correct. And there's cat litter because,
I don't fucking know. I don't have a cat.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that one.
All I know is a cat box full of shit. but that's what remote viewing is. The ability to see things that you wouldn't be able to see unless you went interdimensional in the ghost realms or the ghost spirit realms. Spirit. There's so many different names for it. Remote viewing, spirit, dimensionals. It's all the same thing, different wording for it. Spirit, dimension, same thing. There's multiple levels to spirits. There's multiple levels to dimensions, right? A lot of the things that we're battling now, it's literally spirits. So being that we have the abilities to see into all dimensions, we are the ones that are taking these fuckers out. And we can see them because we remote view. That's how I know how big the planet really is. That's how I know there's pockets in different districts with domes over them, right? That's how I know what's in the tunnels. That's how I know where you're going to have your next seance, because I can see the shit. And then when we see it and dad tells us to handle it, we also do remote viewing mixed with teleportation, mixed with telekinesis, mixed with energy transfer. Boom! And you're done. The military has been investigating all this shit. However, they're not able to fully produce or reproduce what I've been teaching everybody else because they don't got the right thing here. And that's evident too, because David Adair's story, when he goes into the Area 51 and connects with Pithalum literally said that she wouldn't connect with anybody in the fucking base because none of them were benevolent.
They weren't, yeah, she said call them black hearts, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. And when that happened, David was a child. Childs are innocent until they are twisted. Okay? That's what remote viewing is. The ability is to see things that are not here, not in front of you, but distance away. When I tell you guys I can do things and I can see things from different planets, from different galaxies away, I can do it because it's nothing but remote viewing, astral travel, if you heard of that, teleportation, all combined at once. Right? When I'm healing somebody and they call me, let's say somebody's calling me for somebody else. Because of my abilities to see, I can talk to you and then tap into the person that you want to be healed. And then I go ahead and heal that person because I can see them. Remote viewing. You guys getting a bigger picture now?
Yeah.
That's what remote viewing is. And I'm the fucking best at it. You know, B is also you know, real good at it too. Together we're like nonstop. We can see everything.
Yeah.
We literally ride down the road and we'll see somebody violating the children in one of these resorts, and then we execute them and let the children go. Why isn't that being reported? Because I know it happened. We saw it happen. Okay? Who's covering this shit up? We know who's doing it. We know exactly who's doing it. The same one that tried to plot on, you know, a young lady that we know. So all these individuals and all these high level locations or positions of so-called authority are involved in all of it. That's why you don't see it being exposed. For instance, look at the fucking chain. Look at the shipping containers. Now you got videos of more and more people recording the actual banging on the fucking on the container. You can hear the kids banging on it. That's the real reason why it all stopped, because people didn't want to hear this shit no more. So now you're seeing the evidence that they've been trying to block from coming out. However, since dad's involved, it's all coming out.
Yeah, you hear those screams, it just stops your heart. It's so horrible, so horrible. And those things are super thick too.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
Well,
horrible.
the good thing is that it's already been cleaned up, completed, or cleaned up. Yeah, cleaned up, completed, and everybody was healed from all of the trauma and all the stuff that they went through. And when I say that, I literally mean in the very near future. So it's already done. That's why I can say we already won, because we did, because I can see what dad is showing me. And it's literally a celestial celebration that will take place, where it's not just the Earth. You're talking about multiple species all around the entire galaxy getting ready to have fucking a shindig.
So I know we haven't really talked about that much lately, Like, are you gonna be on Earth? You gonna be in a ship? Where will you be?
I'm gonna be here. We was just talking about it downstairs. You know, everybody wants to see me in my Sananda Galactic body, and I'm like, so do I. I'm tired of this shit. You know, so you know, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be, well, it is already crazy. You know, the far out things that are happening, and you've seen that Dad just approved 15 more levels of consciousness.
Yeah. Well, I was awake all
Boom.
night, so that's usually when something happens, and I was like, "Oh, no wonder." And I'm glad to go through it. It's just, sometimes I don't sleep well because the energy is so much.
Right, right, right. So anyway, that being said, I will still be here on Earth because we still have a lot to do. Um, we will have dignitaries from different parts of the universe showing up and meeting with me. Um, they already know of me because I've been doing this forever. This, what you see here, is not Sananda Galactic. This is Smarty, King Smarty. However, Sananda Galactic will make a debut, and um, everybody's going to see the shit. There's no way around it. So I'll be doing things here on the island in front of people, and everybody can gather around or whatever, hang out, whatever. We'll be doing things on the ships and filming. We're going to have a film crew follow us and all that, and we will be broadcasting from anywhere around the world. Everywhere we go, we're going to have an entire crew filming, documenting, just like a reality TV show, but a real show, not this fake trash Kardashian shit.
Yeah, yeah. They're paid extra if they fight on those shows.
I'm sure.
I forgot who was telling me that. Oh, I know who it was. He worked at a studio up in New York, and he was telling me they get bonuses when they fight. But so you're gonna have a camera crew follow you around showing the projects and the humanitarian aid that you provide and all the things that you'll do. We've joked about what you're doing now, like you're working on about 20 things, like even now.
Right.
But you're doing a lot at once, and I've been laughing like it would make a great reality show if people really knew your life and what you're,
Right.
and you said it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
It is fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be other kickoff, branch off reality shows, and then
Yeah.
you'll see me walking in the background. What's up, everybody? You know, there goes Smarty. We want to see Smarty. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
He got shit to do.
It was on episode 37 or whatever. How fun.
Right,
How fun.
right.
Yeah.
And since we're going to be since I'm the owner of Royal Crown Productions, I can pop up on anybody's shit if I want to.
Yeah.
So people are going to love working for us. Well, a lot of people already do love working for Dad, and that's what it's really about, working for Dad. We work for him nonstop.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I can do multiple things. You see, I'm like done.
Well, you have two phones, your iPad, and you're talking and videoing and doing all this stuff at the same time. So you're co-processing, and you told me before you were able to like know if a video was shareable or kind of like listen to it in the background while you're doing something else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. And you're like probably looking around the world right now while we're talking.
Yes, I am all the time.
It's cool.
All the time. They're speaking of which, the Nairobi, Kenya, help someone today campaign is it's going to be huge. They send me videos all day long. They got a lot of cool things happening over there. Everybody wants to know where the money coming from, because whatever they need, they got it. Boom, there it is. And some people are trying to take advantage of the situation, and our partner over there is cutting everybody off. Nope, this is a humanitarian event.
Yeah.
We don't care how much you want. We don't, This is not about you getting rich. This is about you participating. And if you don't want to participate at a reasonable price, then we'll move forward.
Right.
So we having to deal with stuff like that everywhere. And those that dad choose to be a part of it are a part of it, and a lot of it was done freely. So it's a good thing. Good thing.
Well, the videos that you shared with us are fabulous. Like they are exciting. They're beautifully done. And it's very exciting. And especially like it's breaking into an area that desperately needs help.
Right.
You know, yeah,
Yep.
awesome.
There's other people there too attempting to be a part of it, but their hearts ain't in the right mind.
Right.
Some of them just want to be a part of it just to get exposure for their own cabal companies, if you would.
Yeah.
And you know, we know about it all, so we do what daddy wants us to do, period.
Awesome. Awesome news.
Oh
Very
yeah,
exciting.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming up this Saturday, and of course, we're over here, but for those that are over in Africa, close to Kenya, take a spin over. Or if you know people over there, send them the info.
Yep.
It's only good.
Eventually, right. Eventually we'll all be gathering, traveling and gathering at all these different locations.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. More and more people coming together.
Yeah.
You know, the cabal made it where you don't come out your house no more because you don't know if your neighbor is a serial killer or whatnot. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. However, we're bringing everybody together so that we can expose those that are like that.
Yeah.
Why didn't this person come out and play? Oh, because this person is doing some dark things behind closed doors. So we don't want them in the neighborhood. Next thing you know, enough heat is on that individual where they end up going somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
It'd be good if they didn't have to be shuffled around if they were just non-existent, like meaning that trait that they do, that crime that they commit, you know. I know
well,
that's the
yeah,
process.
well, it's actually happening though. That's what my part is, making sure that these dark individuals gets what's coming to them.
Yeah.
So
Okay, 12/12, yet again. Um, it is a silent protest, you said before. Now, are we allowed to like drink or smoke that day? Meaning like party light, we're gonna say lightly.
um, I mean,
Stuff
I guess
let's say that we have 2 or 3 beers a day in our normal life. Are we okay to have that on 12?
yeah. I wouldn't say no to that. I mean, if that's what you need to deal with some of your family members, go right ahead.
Okay. But like what you're saying is don't get wasted.
Yeah, just enjoy time with your family. If you don't have family, enjoy time with your cat. If you don't have cat, enjoy time watching a movie, just relaxing.
Yeah.
Dad don't want nobody to work. It's literally he's what he was showing and relaying to us. It's literally like a Corona type thing where they had everybody not do shit, only the essential workers, right? So that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I know I ain't doing nothing. I might not even pick up my phone, depending on what daddy wants me to do or not. But if he tells me not to do nothing and not to not to pick the phone up, don't try to text me. I mean, you could try to text me, but if you don't get an answer, you know why.
Yeah. Okay. Well, somebody asked this morning and I was like, well, interesting question that we haven't talked about before. So we're just basically going to stay home and have a pretend it's, a snow day. All right. So you can't really leave your house because the roads are bad. You have a little bit of food, so you got to eat, of course. And what do you do on a snow day? You watch movies, you make a fire, you read a book, you do your arts and crafts, you blah, blah,
Sleep.
blah. Yeah. Sleep, take a nap. Stuff that you don't do on a regular, say, work day. Okay. So think of it as a snow day, even if you're in a warm climate. Okay.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right. And being that daddy's the one that's saying to do this, he may or may not do something that will literally make everyone stay inside.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, because it's daddy involved, it won't be harmful if he does something to make you stay inside.
Yeah.
Right. So we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, it's hard to understand until we go through it, and it's right around the corner, so it won't be much longer. So you've got notice, get your books, get your movies, get your food, get your this. Like you can prepare in a casual way.
Yeah,
And it will give you time to do stuff you don't normally get to do.
right. And he was literally showing me the Passover.
Okay.
So
So there,
the Passover, they had to take the blood and put it on the door so that the angelics that were coming to take fuckers away wouldn't go into the house and harm anybody in the house. I don't know why he's showing me that or saying that, but that's
okay.
literally that type of thing. Don't go out nowhere. Just enjoy your family. Stay at home.
Okay. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay.
That means somebody's about to die. No.
We talked, I think it was Tuesday, so a couple of days ago. And after we got done, I was like editing and all that, but you put out a video of the sky in Destin was pink red. But I saw that all over the state of Florida, at least, like people were putting posts out, the sky turned red, the sky turned pink, and this was like just late afternoon through evening.
Yeah. Somebody on the a friend at the Cadillac dealership sent me a photo with it.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to post it, but you could see that it was red like the shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like that video.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would call that a gigantic mothership letting her presence be known.
Yeah.
With
That's kind of what
the red light special.
we've been seeing that worldwide in various places, but you kind of implied in one of your posts that it was like a mothership. And we know that they're out there. So how interesting is that?
Well, very interesting. And we are becoming more and more evident as the days go by,
Yeah.
which is why I always continue to request for, what do you call it? Increasing the consciousness level. So just yesterday, without me saying, Daddy said, okay, 15. And I'm like, for real?
What?
For real?
Who dare? Who dare? That's
Right.
awesome.
So after he said that, I went ahead and hit it. And I haven't even looked at the Schumann residence. I'm looking at it now, and there's no traces of energy spike or whatnot. So maybe we have to hit the Schumann residence too.
Do you think they're corrupt, like they don't want to report the spikes?
Oh, I know they are.
Okay. Just ask. Like I look only when it's posted. I mean, I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really need to look to see what the levels are. Like I
Well, we
already
know,
know.
right? We know. Everybody knows by now. If you don't know, those that do know by now, I can affect the Schumann residence by myself. I got plenty of videos telling you exactly what time I was going to do it, and then at that time you see the spike, boom. So right now it's 2:30, and that just happened.
Okay.
Anyway, there's lots of things that are happening. There's we're literally shaking the entire planet, and everything that was stuck in the crevices and cracks and all that shit is coming out. Kind of like when you take your rug off the floor and you go like that. Well, that's what's happening to the entire planet.
Awesome.
And it needs to happen that way. When we rebuild, we won't have to rebuild on structures or in structures that have darkness tied to them. So it's literally like cleansing the entire planet, which is why it's necessary to raise the vibrations of the earth so that entities that do these type of dark deeds against the inhabitants of the land will fade away because their energy is not compatible to the new reality. Check.
I am so grateful you're here for multiple reasons. If you
Thank
weren't
you.
here, we would never have a way to come together, organize. We wouldn't know half the stuff we know now. It wouldn't have happened.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So thank you, thank you. I mean, you've really put your, we'll call it human life on hold to do this. And, you would not do it even if you could, even though you joke about it sometime, but think of it, you guys that are watching, like if Smarty wasn't here, we wouldn't probably come together like this. Maybe we'd meet people, but we wouldn't be as organized as we are. We wouldn't be as knowledgeable as we are. We wouldn't know what to do. We might see the darkness, but we wouldn't know what to do. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all that too. And, there's a lot of things that I do for people, and sometimes I feel like they're unappreciative, and that just makes me shut down and not want to talk to them.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't make me shut down, but it makes me shut them down where it's like, talk to the hand, I got to go save the world.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to be that way until we are all living the life we're supposed to be living and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Because if I don't continue to do that, nobody's ever going to be fucking happy.
Yeah.
What part of these demonic, dark spirits, entities attacking you do you not realize?
Yeah.
If you don't know that it's happening, you continue your life constantly being attacked, constantly be thinking about things that ain't even your own fucking mind because dad don't do that.
Right.
Right. And if we don't clear them up and know that we're under attack when we are, you're never going to win.
Right.
Never. You, not me.
Yeah.
I never lose, by the way. So
Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Just thinking about if you weren't here, how sucky it would be for us.
yeah,
Sucky isn't a good word, but we wouldn't have the hope we have. We wouldn't have the knowledge that we have. Like, look at the stuff we've learned in just 1 year. All right, and I think it was last week, we learned that the continents are still attached.
yeah. And evidence of it is coming. So
Yeah,
all we have to do is just allow the process, right?
yeah, yeah,
Everything that I'm telling you guys is strictly from dad. Now, I'm not the only one getting messages from dad. We all know that. I agree with that. However, I'm the only one that can do what I can do. And that's why, people are thankful for me being here because
yeah,
you can't do what I can do.
yeah.
You can know all the knowledge that you have and still not perform like me. And we see it all the time. All of these different groups, we got Greg Brady who talks about all this different stuff, but he can't do what we can do.
Right.
He's researched it and he knows it's real, but can he successfully do it? That's the big thing. And there's a big difference. Just like believing and knowing. You believe something, but do you know it? I move everybody out of the belief systems and help them to know shit.
Right.
Know it without a shadow of the doubt. There's different ways that I was using myself to validate and confirm the things that dad was telling me. One of them was with the pendulum. The other one was just doing it and waiting to see what happened. And then listening to what he was telling me and then paying attention to what he was showing me. So between all of those different things is the reason why I say you don't have to convince me of myself because dad already did. And I don't care what nobody says. I'm gonna keep listening to Dad no matter what. Right? When you're arguing with me, you're arguing with Dad. I don't think that shit registers sometimes with some people.
I'm sorry for all the arguments I've given you.
But you know, it's not like you're gonna be punished over it. It's just like, are you serious?
Yeah,
Come on, like we doing things to help you out.
yeah,
Like I've saved so many fucking lives, and some of the people just literally take it for granted and act like I didn't do shit for them.
yeah,
Right. So, um, that being said, it's not going to stop me from helping the next person. It's not going to stop me from doing what I got to do. Okay, fine. I helped you out. You turn out to be an asshole. Have a nice day. Let's go to the next person. Because that's how we weeding people out too. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And then when you see someone do that shit to me in the public and then they pass away, what's that tell you about that person?
yeah.
They never had a connection with that. Or
It
they,
is, it's shocking to, go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. I was going to say, or they did and then lost it because of the darkness.
Yeah, yeah.
It's shocking to what now?
It's shocking to me how many people you've interacted with that you've helped, generously helped, all right, in whatever way you do. You're generous with everyone, no matter what you're doing. Okay, everywhere you go, and you're always upbeat. But people don't even have the curiosity, or they're not interested in knowing more about what you're talking about, who you are, other than how much more can you give me, or whatever. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's shocking to me. And then they kind of are disrespectful. They don't even have that. I wonder why Smarty is going out of his way to help me so much. They don't understand, but they're not caring.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's being done so that they can see themselves eventually.
Yeah,
I don't expect people to see themselves right away.
yeah.
I expect people to see themselves after the fact, after Smarty chewed you up.
Yeah. Well, we're human and we're like in our own little pattern. We have
Mhm.
habits and the way we think and all, and we're very programmed. No matter who you are, you see how programmed we are, right? And we get a hall pass for that. It's not our fault.
Right.
But if someone's doing all these nice, out of their way things for you, and you're just grabbing it up and not wondering why, how, who, like they might even be living in your household and not even know who you are or why you're doing stuff. Like, really? You're not curious? You don't
Right.
want to ask questions? You don't want to help?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I
But
know.
at the end of the day, that's something that they'll have to deal with Daddy when everything's said and done.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
I wish I didn't have to sleep or eat. Well, I like eating, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough hours in the day to do all the stuff I'd like to do.
Right.
And I want to look back and say I was important in this time in history, and it's just we're all doing our piece.
That's right. That's right. We don't have a choice in the matter, so we do what we gotta do.
Yeah, yeah. And the way I see society, it's like we're a giant ass complex jigsaw puzzle. Everyone's one piece and we all fit in. We all have our skill or our whatever we're going to do or whatever we're helping people with.
Right.
Together we'll see the pattern. Like we don't always get it, but have you noticed how we're all rendezvousing? All the Jedi's coming together, all the people that are working on this coming together. They're coming together like organically. And
Right.
it's
And
beautiful.
it was something that Dad already put together. So all we have to do is come together.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no coincidences here.
I told somebody again today, um, Dad gave us free will so that we can see that without him, we ain't shit. And that's the truth. Oh, what about my free will? I got free will. Okay, go ahead. I'll be right here when you're done.
Yeah.
So you got free will or you got source directives, which is God's plan, right? What do you want to do? You want to do free will? You want to have your free will and hopefully you do things your way, or you want to do Dad's plan, God's plan, source directive,
Yeah.
and then do things Daddy's way and still get what you want. Because everything that you want was already in his plan because the simple fact that you're thinking about it tells me that it was already in your cards.
Yeah.
Now do what Daddy wants you to do and then get it. Boom.
Yeah. So I always think when it flows, when the thing you're doing flows easily, I mean, like there's challenge, there's work, there's this, there's that, but that means that's the right path.
Right.
Where if you're doing something and you have disaster and accident and weird stuff happening, that's usually not flow.
Right.
I mean, we have attacks and that's a whole different layer of complexity, but
Yep.
you know, notice if what you want to do with your intellect, if that moves along the line of flow or is it difficulty?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Now think about it. Think about it. I do so many things throughout the day, and I'm constantly bringing money in and then putting money out. But I can do things. I can do, basically whatever Dad allows me to do, and I do it with ease. And people look at that and they say, "Well, shit, if you can do it this much and you can have all this stuff, well, can I have $1,000 and can I do this and can I have that? Blah blah blah." But y'all don't really see what it took me to get that.
Right.
Right. And then the censorship, like if I didn't have the censorship that I had, I would probably, not probably, but I would have no money issues at all. None, because the entire planet would know that there's a website you can go to, get free healing, and pick up some cool heirlooms, because that's what they'll be. Valuable pieces of equipment that will last forever. So that's
Yeah. Yeah.
but however, the censoring is real, and because of it, I'm struggling still, and I shouldn't be with all the abilities and powers that I have. That being said, I'm also struggling because this is where Dad wants me to be with where everybody else, so that we all see and understand what's happening and address it in such a way where we know what it feels like. So let's lift each other up out of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it builds compassion. So if you know,
Ooh.
all right, if you know there's people living in poverty, they're hungry, they're living in a basement. Or whatever. You're more compassionate toward them, right? I mean, not that you wouldn't be, but you've been in their shoes.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's another reason why I'm grateful for Dad um, bringing in more of a galactic type of galactic children that are connected to him in ways others weren't. And that also has to do with the energy levels. Because of the energy levels and the consciousness raising, the newer generation coming in are literally soldiers of light that are indestructible, you name it, super intelligence and all that. And the school systems that are present are not going to be able to handle these kids, which is why we have to do things like MOUVE.
Yeah.
This is another hoodie, by the way.
Is that a new design?
Yep, it's a new design. It's gray, light gray. It's available now too, but
Cool.
we have to do these MOUVE because the education system that we have right now is ass, like trash. Right? You wanna send your children to school for an education, great. I'm with you there. But what type of education are you do you want them to go to school and learn how to be a pervert? Do you want them to go to school and watch a fucking pervert read a book to them? Do you want them to go to school and learn fucking math that has already been proven is fake? oh, like, hello, what's happening? What are you guys doing? What's happening here? So yes, all of this shit needs to be fucking changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The children are not going to be compatible with your Rockefeller bullshit school system. Period.
Oh.
They will be compatible with MOUVE. And I didn't tell JJ to do it, but he put the word university on it.
I like that.
Hello, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Well, you had said a couple weeks ago, the kids born, I think you said 2017. So the kids born in 2017 and on have got all these abilities. Is that what you
Yep.
said? They just
Yep.
have a special knowing?
Yep. Um, a perfect example. You've been around Sophie. You see what she's doing. You see what she's capable of doing. What? How did you know how to do that? Because she's got the intelligence that I've been talking about. She's got my DNA. Hello. Not only that, she's got the abilities that I have. Now, I want to help you guys understand this. Even though Sophie is yay tall, Sophie, the spirit, the entity, the being, is old. So while Sophie yay tall is still forming into what she's going to be, the spirit, the energy body is already running around doing stuff. Been doing it before she even got here. Same thing with my twins. Same thing with JJ. Same thing with all my other kids, right? Because pretty much the same thing with all of us. A lot of us, especially those of us that are awakened. We have all of these different aspects to us that are literally doing things without our full awareness, because all we are is anchors to here. Ooh, man, we're anchors to the earth. We like literally dug in this bitch and just, you ain't going nowhere. My bad. The ghetto shit came out of me.
Yeah. No, that's funny.
But however, that's literally what we've been doing for thousands of years. Coming in, telling you guys, don't do this, don't do that, love each other, taking off. Coming back, don't do this, don't do that, leaving, etc., etc., etc. So now we're back and we're all here, all of the different ascended masters, Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, me, Buddha, all of the different groups. We're all here together right now, and we're going to finish this shit. And they all know who the Supreme Commander is. So all I literally have to do is go into a portal, open up some stuff over here, give the people the green light, things start moving. And that's what I've been doing for the last 2 days.
Wow, that's so interesting. So interesting.
Yeah, very, very, very. So yeah, everybody since 2017, 16, and a little bit before that are being born with a whole new DNA strand activation. So you're going to see more and more smarter children pop up everywhere.
It's awesome.
It's just not all of them will have the abilities that we will, because of what we are made for. We're made to defend, educate, keep in line, blah 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 blah. I'm in the video with Sue. What's up?
Oh, I'm here. Just coming later.
All right, clean everything up, and I'll call you back in a few.
In blue.
Done. All right, love you, Bill.
Love you, bro. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
example of how they work.
exactly. So we had we called somebody today, and it's like, dude, you're always right on time. Well, Daddy told us to call, so yeah. And we had to take care of some stuff, and then boom, boom, boom. So we found out who was on top of the treasury. We found out, we got names and everything. So we know it. We know all y'all fuckers now. And we already knew, but now the people that nobody knows about, we know them now too. There's a lot of things happening, and at the right time, Dad is bringing people to the table that have to be either healed, protected, or executed, and that's what's happening.
Right.
And I don't have a problem with sharing any of the information. I don't wear a mask. I don't hide behind nothing. I don't do none of that shit. You want to find out if I'm for real? Go ahead and do something that will threaten me or the people around me. You're gonna find out real quick.
Yeah. Wow, that's so exciting. So exciting.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you can feel like, I've said this for months, but every time I say it, it happens again. You can feel it moving faster, moving faster. You can feel the energy. And one of the things you said before is that the days feel shorter because things are moving fast. We're very busy. Everyone can feel that. So
Right.
things are happening. Yeah.
Things are definitely happening, and because of all the work that we continue to do, and especially enforce exposure, right? Because I'm always posting a video and then enforcing it,
Right.
putting my energy behind it, and then having you guys, excuse me, then having you guys do the same thing.
Yeah.
So with that said, you got benevolent energy coming from us that are of the light, wanting to see things manifestation. So we're using our love and light energy and pushing the outcome to our favor,
Right.
or the favor of the people. Because if it wasn't the right thing to do, or if it wasn't something Daddy want done, it wouldn't take place. That's what's been happening all of these years. You got all of these different cabal members and different different cabal members with their different groups constantly doing their little rituals, their little seances, and their little this and their little that, and casting spells on every fucking body. They've been they turned this place into a smorgasbord of bullshit. So that being said, now you got the Jedi's, you got me, you got you got B, you got everybody here, and we're all collectively making shit change. It gets difficult for some people because of what they have to endure and what they have to deal with. And the enemy likes to use their own thoughts against them, which is normal. However, when you realize that that is the case and you let it go and you realize that you are more than your body, then when you realize you are more than what you think you are, and that your purpose is to be here to complete things, you stop to worry about certain things. You stop to worry about when your next meal is coming from, because you know Dad's gonna bring it to you. You stop worrying about who's gonna take care of something, because you know Dad's gonna bring somebody along to take care of it for you, etc., etc., etc. That's what you call a true connection to Dad, when you totally have faith that he will handle everything. That's what I have. That's why it's called Smarty Faith. There's times where I just want to be like, you know what? Fuck this, fuck that, fuck you. I'm out of here, right? I can't do it though.
I was there the other day.
So yes, but at the same time, it's because of what we are involved in.
Right.
When they say we're not battling against flesh and blood, we're battling against the principalities of the rulers of darkness, whatever. That's more real than people ever knew, and they're finding out every day how real that really is.
Right.
So, all right, go ahead with the next question.
No, I can listen to this all day. It's so exciting. So
I know,
exciting.
but then we won't answer nobody's questions.
All right. So the questions sometimes seem mundane after all this. Okay. So
Well, they can kiss my royal ass. Go ahead, next.
so whales. We're seeing way more whales here on Earth lately, I think, than we did before. Like, are they coming in to reinforce and help lift up the vibration of Earth?
Yes, if it wasn't for the whales, we wouldn't be here. They're interdimensional bodies. They can also travel like I do from planet to planet to planet. They also use portals. And if you remember a couple months back, I told you guys that the whales would be popping up, and they did, literally right here in the ocean.
Yeah.
That being said, every time there's a threat against them where they start to attack them, we repair them and then we multiply them. So that's what's happening. You're right. So that's the same thing that's been happening to the children. They've been murdered, prosecuted, kidnapped, and all that by the Israeli forces for the Draconians. That being said, they've all been dealt with, repaired, sent back to daddy, multiplied, and then brought back to be not only a super force, a super soldier type of force, but also a super soldier type of force that is a humanitarian. So, with that being said, you're going to see us doing things on a humanitarian level, and if somebody wants to interfere, they're going to find out real quickly why they should have never fucked with us. Period.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So I don't 100% understand the whale thing, but I know it, but I don't understand it, if that makes sense, about the life. But I feel like they're bringing vibration and higher energy and movement. They're circulating that. And I don't know what else. And maybe I'll learn that in the future. It's not like the end of the world, but I'm just curious, you know?
Well, I mean, we came from them, period. And just like the dolphins, they're telepathic. So that's why they don't want you, the governments don't want you talking to dolphins, because the dolphins can communicate with you.
Ah, yeah, they don't want you. Isn't it illegal if you touch a dolphin, a wild dolphin?
It's illegal if you feed them, touch them, talk to them. Like, who the fuck made these rules up?
Yeah.
I think I need to go visit y'all motherfuckers.
Just about every rule, like we think it's for our safety because that's what we're taught, but really it's for their secret protection. Like they don't want us to know anything. Dia and I are doing these videos, and we did a video on whales, and I said, let's take some whale song and tune into it and see if we can translate it. Well, we scrapped that because we started crying, and they were like mostly saying, help me.
Yeah.
And and we might do it again with a different video or whatever, but they were saying, help me, over and over and over.
Yep. And they do to me too. And we go and help.
Yeah.
We that's the thing about being full telepathic. I'm constantly listening, B's constantly listening, and when they tell us they want help, we go and help them.
Yeah.
Same thing with the horses. Because being around us, they're always asking for help, and then we go ahead and help them.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. I told you a while back when I first got here, or was it before? No, it was when I first got here. I had to go out and save the mermaid queen. She was having birth and they was having difficulties, so I had to go over there and save the child and the queen mermaid. So I did. If everybody had access to the dolphins like we should, the dolphins will communicate to us what's really down there. So there's things put in place to stop us from learning certain things. Now, if you believe you're going to pay a big fine for swimming with a dolphin or feeding a dolphin or being around a dolphin, then you won't want to do that because they just scared the shit out of you because of some financial shit. Because nobody wants a fine, especially if you're struggling paycheck to paycheck.
That's right.
So they use things like this to scare the shit out of people.
Right,
and get them to do what they want them to do.
right. I've heard and I've seen ads for dolphin births. Like, I don't know exactly how it works, but you go into the ocean or a bay or a cove, and the dolphins surround you and they're communicating with the baby and blah, blah, blah. And it's supposed to be very uplifting and all of that. I don't know how it works, but how cool is that?
Right,
How cool
right.
is it? Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
they've been using the dolphins also for military practices and training and all types of stuff, and that's how they knew the dolphins were full telepathic, also because of what they discovered from doing their little experiments on them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Now,
cool. It's cool.
this time you were helping the mermaid queen have the baby. Was that a physical visit to the ocean or was it etheric or whatever?
It was physical.
Okay. Oof. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, when you guys start to understand how energy and matter really work, then you see how things are possible. It's literally a teleportation. And when I do teleport to different places and different locations, I don't look like Smarty. I look like Sananda Galactic. I look like Jesus slash Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's what I look like. So, um, I mean, you guys are about to see it anyway, so I'm not worried about it. When I do go to certain locations and meet with certain councils, I'm literally in that form.
Right. Right.
And they know that I'm in that form, and they know that I'm in this form at the same time. So what I can do here, I can do there. So it's like, they all know I'm the supreme commander. They all know not to mess around. They all know that um, those of us that are connected to dad, we don't hesitate. We know who's who. All of my team members, they respect me because they know I'm the boss, and I love them. I'll do anything for them, and I'm always the first one to go in on something. So
Right.
that's what makes me what I am. I don't need you guys to go into this battle without me. Let me go in first. Let me do what I gotta do. I'm indestructible anyway. So let me go in here what I gotta do, and then if I need y'all, I'll let y'all know. That's literally what's happening.
It's
That's why
beautiful.
that's why I do it all by myself.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
shit.
I think we look forward to knowing more about that. Like, we understand it intellectually. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, I agree with you, but I don't understand it yet. If that, I don't even know if that's a good,
Well,
just,
you saw movies like Lucy. You saw movies like Bloodshot. In those movies, the one, you seen how she left her body and then went into the phone. Matter of fact, Matrix, when she picks up the phone and next thing you know, they enter the phone. Okay, so that was nothing but their energy body, physical body, teleporting, teleporting through the phone.
right, okay.
So with that being said, I can be here, and then my consciousness will leave this body, go into my new body, or should I say my Sananda body,
Right.
do what I gotta do, and then come back, and I'll be on here talking to you, and it won't even seem like I did anything. This is a whole new ball game that the cabal's been dealing with. We've been toying with them for the last couple of years, and it is so bad, so bad, so bad.
So fun. Well, we were talking about the whales and all that and the dolphins, and we're not supposed to touch them. And we had talked the other day about the underground bases, and we were told like the Mariana Trench and blah, blah, blah. They're so deep that nobody can go down there. Don't even try because your ship will be crushed or your submarine. Well, maybe that's true, maybe it isn't, but I think it's to protect what's down there from our knowing about it versus,
Right. Then I tell you, and even despite what David Adair says, then I tell you that we don't need suits to go to certain locations, including space.
Yeah.
So if I'm a ball of light and I'm a consciousness and I'm an entity that knows how and what I am and can do multiple things, why do I need to breathe in space? Why do I need protection to breathe in space? Why do I need protection to breathe underwater if I'm nothing but a ball of light? Wait, what? Yes. You were born or you were in a body of water before you were born. Were you breathing air in there? No. The problem is that you were brought here and they took that ability from you, and then they made you think that you now need to hold your breath to go into the water when all you have to do is calm your fucking heart and then breathe. Come on, man. This like there's so many different programmings going on that is just we're the most advanced piece of equipment, piece of biological equipment that dad has ever created. Yeah, there's stories of multiple different races coming together and making us. However, if it wasn't for dad, we wouldn't even be here. So despite what he say, she say about how we were formed, don't really make no iota. Because dad made us exactly what we are and made us look exactly the way we look now. So to me, when they say, am I from Sirius B, or was I ever a Palladian, or I used to be a Lauren, and I used to be Draco, and blah blah blah. Well, you look fucking human to me. So, I mean, since you're human now, who cares what you was?
Interesting. So you're saying, I just want to recap for my own sake.
Right.
We were in the womb, we drank or we breathed liquid, let's just say, okay? Or I don't even know if we breathed, okay? I don't know. Then we come out and they say, you've got to breathe air through these lungs. So that's what we think we have to do, and we do it.
Yeah.
But we don't know that we don't need to do that. And I think now if we went underwater and tried to breathe, we would maybe panic because we're so programmed to air. Does that make sense?
Yes, it is. Until you realize that it's possible if you learn how to control your body and control your energy and frequencies. And they show you this they showed you this in the Aquaman video. Remember how he goes off the cliffs and jumps down, and then all of a sudden, boom, his eyes change and all that?
Yeah.
That's because he did that. That's literally what he did. Changed his energy, changed his frequency, shape shifted, if you would, into a being that can just, live in water, swim in water.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that will prove that all of this is possible. Because it's one thing to just listen to somebody say it and then think, no, this is crazy. But wait, it does kind of make sense. Now you need the techniques to actually teach you how to do it, and those are coming. Everything that's out there in the universe will be taught at MOUVE. Everything. So you're going to be able to breathe in outer space. You're going to be able to travel amongst the stars and not worried about some bodysuit or something like that. We do have them just in case. You're going to be able to, swim in the oceans without having to come up for air. We do have suits that allow certain, for you to do that too. And then there's also some of us that can actually do it because we have the abilities to do it, and we know we do. So again, it's all about knowing what you can and cannot do. When you realize that all things are possible with your creator, those things are possible. I will say that David Adair even talked about the solution in the tank, or in the kind of like a space suit that he had to put on when he was going into the nuclear or
submarine.
Right.
Yeah.
So that type of solution was very real, and they even showed you that solution in the movie Abyss, I think it was,
Is
where
yeah.
you sit in the suit, you put the thing on, and then the pinkish orangish, fluid comes up, and then you start.
I did see something like that in one movie, and I kind of freaked out a little bit, they were forced to breathe the liquid, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah, well, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Also, some of the secret space programs, the tanks that the people are in, the soldiers and all that, are also in those same type of tanks. Some of the drawings and some of the videos show them with a mask like this on their face while they're in the tank floating, and then some of them are just in the tank floating because they're in a literal a liquid stasis, if you would. But that's because we all were made to do certain things, and once you understand what your purpose is and what you were made to do, not everybody's made to go down to the ocean to swim. Not everybody's meant to go out of space. Some of you guys are literally meant to just clean toilets all fucking day. You were made to do that, right? And it's something that you love to do.
Well, I hope I'm one of the first two categories, but how fun is that?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
you may want to do something, and then something will stop you from doing it because it's not what you're supposed to do. So you may want to be able to do it, but then are you allowed to? And who's the one that's giving you the permission to do or not? That's Dad. Remember, he already designed your life to the T. He knew everything you were going to do and not do. So if there's something that you want to do and it just don't seem your way, it's because it's not supposed to happen. Focus on what you need to be doing. Focus on the good stuff that's happening around you and move with it. Otherwise, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass because you could have did something that you didn't do, and you didn't do it because you're in your own head.
Yeah. Yeah. How many times have we let what other people think of us, or what are they going to say about us, stop us from our project? We make these excuses.
That is very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I was grateful for being, in the basement by myself with the roaches and mouses. Because they were watching me in excitement.
Were they talking with you? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
keeping me company. They didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so they didn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody else was like, I tried to tell people, I tried to expand my the healing work, the products and all that stuff with certain people, and gave them the opportunity to help me out and do this and do that, and they all refused. And now that I'm down here and everybody's seeing what they're seeing through the lens, because they're obviously not here, now they want to be a part of it because I was talking to all this crazy stuff, but now I got toys, I got things, beautiful things, and now people want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Could have been a part of this shit years ago, and you refuse not to. But now that you see that I got money, now you want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
No.
Now that the harder work is done, the foundation is set,
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Stay over there. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had people like that. They come to me after the fact. Hey, I'd love to be your partner. Why do I need a partner? Remind me, because I did all this on my own,
With Daddy, just us and Daddy.
Yep. Yep. All right, next question. Baptisms, like I don't know what religions, but at least Catholics get baptized, and then they get to go to heaven. Okay. So that is like a ritual. Okay. So is there anything harmful about that ritual?
Uh, I, I, um, Not really. Just that you was bamboozled and you're not going where you think you're going.
Okay. So those that haven't baptized, usually it happens when you're a child, but sometimes people get to adult age and they're like, oh, I'm not baptized. I better get baptized like pronto. And there's like a ceremony and blah, blah, blah. But they're not like they haven't done anything dark, is what I'm asking.
No, no.
All right.
I was once told a while ago, and this was way before all this stuff. I was once told a while ago that you can follow God and Jesus your whole life and still not be accepted to heaven. And I had to sit and think about that for a minute. Like, why would you not be accepted? Then I realized it's because you wasn't taught the real shit.
Yeah.
So because you wasn't taught the real shit, you're not going to heaven. Then I find out that heaven is nothing but a frequency, and there is no, all this hunky dory fancy shit, which is nothing but another planet, another reality that you go to. Wait, what? What's going on here? Turns out that we are in heaven, and when we die, we go to other different realities, other different energy levels, other different dimensions. And in order to live the heaven way is to be in service, heal each other, help each other, and become one. Because that's what you call heaven on earth.
I was just going to say something similar, like basically, if you study Jesus and the right thing to do and study and study and study, all good, right? If you put those learnings into action, if you go out in the community and you help people or nature and you help, that's putting it into action. That's where it really counts. Like knowing it is great, but doing it is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, and not everybody even know that. I was teaching back then how to alter reality, how to change things, and not everybody even knows that. They don't even know that I actually did have medical wands back then too. Um, they don't know that Mary Magdalene was never my lady. I never had kids to her. They don't know a lot of shit about the past lives, right? They don't know that I said, take this cup and drink of my essence. It was never blood. Why would I even say something like that, knowing it's satanic, right? You take a wooden cup, you charge it, and then you pass it on to everybody and have them drink. Isn't that what I'm not doing right now? Take this free hologram, charge your drink, and drink it. You'll become restored or healed, etc. So all it is history repeating itself, different names, same players. And mine's is a cool ass disguise, if you ask me.
You couldn't have thought of a better disguise if you tried.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
I didn't know none of this shit up until I was about 34 years old. 33, 34. I started working with frequencies. And then 2016, somebody asked me the question because every time I talked to them, I would heal them without them realizing anyway. And they would say things like, "Did you just heal me?" Yeah, I got a funny way of doing that. And then the conversations kept going where they asked me the question. And this was the same time I had 5 individuals all checking with pendulums across the board on my work that I was doing. So then when I asked them all the question, hey, so and so asked me if I was the J man or Jesus, right? I'll just say it. Go ahead and check. And everybody said, holy shit. All of them, all 5 of them said, holy shit, you are. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening now?
Yeah.
And then next shortly after that, me and B get connected and Daddy pops up and it's like, oh shit, this is real. So, there's a story where it says that Jesus will return and not even he knows the time. I didn't know. That's true. There's also a story that says he will come from the north. He will come from the north in the clouds, blah, blah, blah. Well, I left Pennsylvania, which is north, And it was a cloudy day when I came here to Destin to open up the portals. There's so many things that show you guys that I'm real deal. The tribe of Judah, emerald colors, the stone. Tribe of Judah, right? It's an emerald color. I'm on the Emerald Coast. There's so many different things to validate what I'm saying. But I don't care. I'd rather just focus on helping people, healing the world, getting what daddy wants done. And then at the end of the day, when the consciousness is so high, like I've been saying, Smarty don't have to say nothing because Smarty's been validating himself without having to say anything.
Right.
So I've already said enough. People done turned their back on me. I got like fucking 1 million daggers in my back and all that shit, and don't even hurt, by the way.
Oh my God, it's so exciting. So exciting.
And I'm still here. I'm still here. Not going nowhere for a long time, long time. I'm gonna build an army right here on Earth, and it's gonna be cray.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, you're already a part of the army, so all we gotta do is keep doing what we're doing.
Okay. Next question. The war in Gaza. You had told us multiple times that Israel's already surrendered.
Yep.
We're seeing all sorts of photos. Not it's tapering down. Okay, they're still there. We're seeing all sorts of photos and things about this war, but you're saying that a lot of that is fake. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
A lot of it is fake. A lot of it was crisis actors, and there were some real incidents. And however, they did do lots and lots of damage. But what you're seeing now is pretty much CGI, just like the Benjamin and his camp and others are CGI. Everybody's seeing right now how the fake imposter of Trump is what it is, right? Trump is what, 6'3", and then Elon is 6'2", and yet
Yeah. We saw a video, like I think it was yesterday. He's going like this with his face, like just looking around like a puppet guy.
look like a fucking orange fish.
Yeah, it was very odd. Very odd.
So the stories are true. I mean, Elon has been the one attacking me behind the scenes, which is why I keep shooting down his rockets. You know, they froze $100,000 of mine in PayPal and wouldn't give it to me for about 6 months, because my website said healing on it.
Yeah.
So they've done a lot of things towards me, at me, and they know of me, and they know that I'm getting ready to take over everything, which is why they're pushing to do these forceful takeovers, if you would, right? And at the end of the day, like Johnny Boy was saying earlier, they are going to expose themselves, including Trump. Trump has to expose himself, right? Whether he's cloned or real Trump or whatever the fuck it is, he's got to tell on himself. Period. There's no way around it. That's what's going to happen. So, at the end of the day, for you to continue your life in peace here on Earth, you're going to have to admit wrongdoing, expose what you've been doing, expose all of the people you've been doing it with, and get back on track with doing something good for humanity before you expire.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you do expire, you're going to another place where it's not so nice. So I really don't give a shit who's thinks they're in charge.
Right.
Because last time I checked, Dad was in charge, and I'm right under him.
Okay.
And you see all of the cool things coming out. All of the cool things coming out everywhere. You got the U.S. deck clock. You got the ships popping up everywhere. We're changing the sky of the colors, the colors of the skies. I meant. I always talk backwards for some reason. I got the Yoda shit going on. There is no try, only do. We got full disclosure happening. Now now they're starting to talk about the children part and all the Diddy and all the other stuff. So the sacrificing part, they're talking about that right now. The people that thought they were going to get away from this shit, they're not getting away with it because we're the ones putting the energy to expose them as well. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make someone who was the actual perpetrator into the victim. And then once they do that, it allows us to be like, yeah, no, take that. Here's what we got on YouTube. There's no way around what's happening. No way around. The only way around it is you actually didn't have nothing to do with it. That's the only way around it. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, you're good. Now, if you were there and you witnessed it and you did and you still didn't have nothing to do with it, you're a witness. That makes you criminally compliant, if you will, or however you say that.
They're an accomplice. They didn't step forward for the victim.
Exactly. So those people are the ones that are coming forward now because they know that this is what's happening because it's already been happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, they've been arresting them, persecuting them, hanging them, etc., all in Gitmo. You saw the post that someone shared with me, a post where it said, and I posted it, where it said, imagine being in Gitmo and watching yourself on TV, or watching an actor being you on TV with a face mask or AI or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Like some of these videos and stuff are coming out. They're not even where they say they're at. And we know this because every time Sleepy Joe was filming from the so-called White House, there was buildings in the window.
Yeah.
What? Dude, are you that fucking slow?
But people buy it though.
Yeah, sadly. And look, all right, I'm glad you said that. Look who are the people that are actually buying that. Low vibrational beings.
The TV watchers. Yeah.
The programmers, or the
Yeah.
ones that got programmed, or the programmable, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
They're the ones out there in Antifa and gay this and gay that and Nazi this and Nazi that. Man, y'all don't know what y'all in so much trouble right now. And you don't even have a clue on how much trouble your ass is in.
Right. Oh my
So
God.
much trouble.
Yeah.
You done messed up.
It is for sure going to be the most interesting thing to watch. I mean, this time in history, like, look at the stuff we're learning. Okay. And I'm talking about us guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. It is going to be just fascinating to watch.
It is fascinating to watch. Yeah. And because of all the new, the Q team started it with the memes and all that, but because they got everybody into that mode, into that share this and share that and make a meme this, make a meme that, because they got everybody into that mode, that also allowed for them to be exposed too. Right? Because the only way around all this is doing what Daddy wants you to do, not what you think not what you think should be done. It's what Daddy wants to be done.
Yeah.
So thank you all for sharing and showing everybody how to do memes and doing all this fun stuff to help expose people.
Right.
And the purpose of the memes was because they were censoring everybody. So in order for them to continue to censor everybody, they had to put AI in place that AI would scan the meme. Then they had to get people on board to watch the videos and make sure that there's nothing on there that can be deleted. So now they had to spend money, thousands of dollars, to put people in front of these cameras or these computers to monitor certain groups of people. So what happens when your money runs up? Then you got you got more and more information flowing,
Yeah.
which is what's happening right now.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So they've taken billions of dollars. I mean, that we've seen lost, but we know that through the years, billions and billions and billions of dollars gone to pay for, of course, a lot of fraudulent things.
Lots.
So interesting. Yeah.
And the cool part, which is there's so many cool parts, but the cool part about it is that they're now spending thousands and thousands and thousands and billions and millions and trillions of dollars. And then we come along and go, shit.
That is
Look
fabulous.
look how many rockets Elon put in the sky and all got shot down. How much was each rocket?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, there was
Wow.
also there was also some different types of spaceships and crafts that were trying to leave Earth, and we shot them down too. So we did a lot of things, and a lot of it is going to be exposed. I mean, we took out entire armies, we took out entire species, we took out entire planets. We're doing so much, and it's like, y'all don't get it yet? Do the right thing, man. Do the right thing. So that's where we're at with it. They spend thousands of dollars, and then we come along and hit the delete button on them.
I think that's fabulous. Like, I don't actually follow all that. I know that there was a rocket, but you're saying he sent multiple rockets.
Yeah, different rockets.
Okay.
There's even videos of crafts coming out and shooting them. They're mine.
So all these billionaires, like, look at, you're doing the Help Someone Today campaign, all right? And these billionaires have billions and are literally, they're doing the minimal amount that they need to do for tax write-offs and humanitarian, or I'm sorry, photo ops. They could care less about the people. Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. Their time
That is
is
true.
over.
That is very true. I
Yeah.
mean, they're literally designed where that they only care about making money. They don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, and it's hoarding the money. So there's never going to be enough for them. You know,
Which
there's
is why
never.
right, which is why we're confiscating it all.
Yeah.
We've already have.
Yeah. Snap that up.
Yep, we've already confiscated it all, and then it's being returned to the people. So
Awesome.
it's expected. There's only so much time they have left to continue to do what they're doing. And like I will say that they are good people, you know, wanting to do the right thing. Wanting to do the right thing. I was told today that the RV should have happened yesterday.
Ooh.
And this was high up, like the number one person. And you know, she said it should have happened yesterday. Oh, the number one person is a female? Yeah, female.
Well, that makes me curious, but we'll find out more later, I guess.
So it is what it is. We just allowing the process, and Daddy is having me relay the messages to you guys, get you guys prepared, and keep you guys excited, because you should be. This is all happening.
Thank you.
As long as we got our health, we're good to go.
I think I speak for everyone watching the video. Basically, thank you for your service. Like again, we don't understand what you've done and what you've given up and all that, but you know, now that we're learning more, we appreciate everything you've done and that you're teaching us, because we want to help.
Thank you. Well, all you gotta do is look at. I mean, I've done so many things, but look at. I'm bringing this up because I'm looking at him right now. John Kennedy Jr., Johnny Boy.
Yeah.
look at him a few months ago before I stepped in and started helping him. Look at him now.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. I
Yeah.
brought him back to life.
Yeah.
And then I'm educating him on how he wasn't going to die anyway, because his purpose is so great that Dad literally made him immortal. That's why they couldn't kill him. He didn't understand. He didn't understand.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't understand that, but it's coming more and more to a reality where, holy shit. And I did hear him say that, now he's got to be worried for his life and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Bro, come on, man. Don't worry about shit. Okay.
Those are old habits. Like, that's because his entire life he's had to look over his shoulder and protect himself. He's had no one to protect him or help him. So it is a habit. And I don't think he gets it yet. He got hurt a few weeks ago pretty severely. He showed me like his bruises. It's horrible. But he looks so much more robust and healthy and vibrant than he did months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Dad was always by his side. We was always by his side too. And some of us were by his side not knowing we were. So that being said, Dad has always been there for him, has been keeping him on his toes. And the closer he becomes, or the closer he gets to Dad and I, the more he'll realize that his purpose was greater than lots of things, right? It's true. His dad was trying to change things, right? And he got killed for it. However, Johnny Boy's still alive. So what do you think is going to happen when all the people around the world that loved his dad finds out he's been going through all this shit and he is the real person who he says he is, who I know he is, because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. When they all find out that he is who he says he is, they're going to back him do whatever he wants to do, right? And we're already getting ready to we was talking about starting to help someone today campaign in his area. Of course, he's busy, so when he's got time to settle down and everything's cool, we're going to discuss it again, and we're going to bring the Company of Heaven help someone today to Bullhead
City.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to know about Johnny Boy one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I'm helping him out, because I know he's telling the truth. You don't have to convince somebody who can fucking see, okay?
Well, I want to help him. I mean, like, look at this. All the stuff he's gone through. And again, you're a little boy, you don't know any better. You're blown around, you're tortured, you're this, you're that. You're told all this stuff, betrayal. And he still has a loving heart.
That's because dad made him that way, and man tried to destroy him.
Yeah.
It's just like the rest of us that are built this way. We are compassionate, caring, loving.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, but I also got that fuck around and find out, right? but what I'm saying is we were all made to love and care for one another. That's what Dad made us for.
Yeah.
The draconian system and the cabal system turned us into what we are if we're bad, like the bad people, right? The super bad people, MK Ultra, mind control.
Yeah.
They literally turned the people to what they are right now.
Yeah.
Sleeping zombies that eat human flesh at fast food restaurants. That's what they did. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
Yes. Okay. Well, I feel like we're in a really good spot for today. And again, on behalf of the group, I say thank you for educating us, helping us to understand, doing what you're doing, and all that other stuff. Thank you.
Thank you too. Everybody keep your head up. Dad is working. He always tells me, because every time something don't go the way that I want it to go, or when I ask for certain things and it don't come, He's like, I'm working. I'm like, okay. Leave me alone. I'm working. Okay, daddy. Okay.
That's great.
I do the same shit to the kids too. Every time they
Yeah.
come up to me, hey, wait, I'm working. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that is always working on our behalf, and so am I.
Yeah.
Once the people fully understand what I've been doing and what I'm capable of, they'll be super grateful to be a part of it and even be living.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing.
All right.
All right, well, we good. I love you guys. We still got more and more campaigns coming to be funded. So I'll post another discount code and all that stuff. So look for that. And thank you all for helping us do what we gotta do, save humanity, um, help each other, save each other. If you guys take the Jedi training serious and can help heal somebody using my method, that's golden for me. That's all I want. That's it. All right. So practice.
Thank you.